All right, here we are.
Yay!
We're here and alive. It's great. It's the most wonderful thing. Hello, everybody. We're back
Yeah.
after a break due to what the UK on.
UK, yeah, the UK online was running last weekend,
Ooh. So how did that
and
go? Tell me.
well, I didn't play, but I had unfortunately because it was over 2 days, right? So I had something else to do on one of the days. Uh, but I know, shocking.
It's a betrayal.
I know. Well, to be honest, it sounded like it went very well. Everyone seemed to have a really good time. It's a new platform for a lot of people, so of course there's always teething issues, right? When you try and get
Teething,
people to play.
teething.
A new platform that they're not used to.
Wait.
Um,
What platform was it on?
they're on Mahjong Time, so
Okay.
Mahjong Time's a bit different from a lot of the platforms, and it lets you chombo, which is so it's
Oh
a
my
steep
God.
leaning. Yeah, even for those players who are good, like it doesn't take much to misclick, right?
I Part of me kind of loves that,
I know, right?
and part of me is just like, wow. What a now.
I feel like if it was an option you could turn on, I'd really like it.
Yeah,
Like if you had a group
it's
of friends and you wanted to make it tough, like you wanted to do Mahjong Savage or something, then it would make sense.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very like on the one hand, I'm thinking to myself like as someone who occasionally and with not claiming great skill at this, but occasionally designs things for other people to use. You know, like do I allow the user to make a mistake that ruins their entire time? Usually, if you can say no to that, you just say no. Let's just not let them do the thing that ruins their entire time. So the
yeah, but
design decision is very interesting to me.
it is
Um,
an essential part of the game though to know when you've got a Yaku.
yes.
You
So
When we play online, you're removing that aspect.
how much can you screw up? Basically, am I allowed to make false calls?
Yeah, you can make false calls, you can make a false run, you can do everything. I think you can reach when you don't have a Yaku. It's pretty brutal.
Wow. So wait, so on every discard I can just be like pong and
Yeah,
then
the only thing I don't think you can do is just like throw all the tiles across the table.
this that is a pretty brutal setup that I can just false call, I can do everything wrong. Um
Yeah.
Again, it's like part of me is like that's really cool because I kind of agree with you like when the game when the whole game is on rails and you know that no matter what you click or what you do, you're not going to break the rules. I mean, it's not that breaking the rules is good, or it's not that breaking the rules is fun, but I don't know. I feel like
Hmm.
it does take a little bit of your thought out of the equation.
It does. I think. Yeah. Because in real life you can chombo easily, right? You
Yeah.
have to check you've got a Yaku.
And
Um.
everyone's always, and one of the biggest things people say all the time to me when playing online, well, the reach button came up, so I clicked it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
Well, this time it comes up every
yeah.
draw. Do you want to reach? Come on,
So now you,
idiot.
you you can't just be like, oh, the exciting thing happened or the happy sound played, so I smashed the button. Like you actually are thinking about every action you take,
Yeah.
which I do kind of like. But on the other hand, especially for people who are learning, I feel like it's a little rough.
Yeah, that's
Um,
why I'd like it if it was an option you could turn it on and off.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I could see why a tournament organizer would be like, do you know what, guys? We're gonna let these people chombo. Let's
yeah.
turn it
It's gonna be
on.
gonna be hard mode.
Um,
Hello, Rudalor.
but but all of their games are like that. So I think it might be quite hard sometimes for some beginners to get into it, perhaps,
Yeah, no,
unless they really like mistakes.
I would feel like that would be really difficult. Oh, the other thing is, hi, bipolar scientist.
I
A lot of people coming in to Mahjong, especially in an online platform, are going to be very used to games that don't give them the option to shoot themselves in the foot. They just would never let them shoot themselves in the foot because, again, from a user design perspective, that's bad experience. So, like, if you put this reach button in front of them, they're going to be like, I should click it. It's here. It's an option. Again, they're talking about a totally new player. So, yeah, I think it is a really interesting
It's a
option to have
purer
available.
form of mahjong. Like I salute mahjong time for really kind
Hi,
of
hidden away.
I hidden away for really trying to capture mahjong and all its
Yeah,
annoyances.
yeah.
Whereas maybe other platforms like Ten Home Mahjong Soul have not sold out, but they've dumbed it down a little bit so that they can make the user experience more friendly and people stay and give them money hopefully.
Yeah, it does. It does. I think let you zone out a bit if you want to. You can just kind of sit there, being like, "Well, I'm drawing and discarding, and I'm not allowed to do anything bad." And when I'm in Fruity Ten, the big indicator comes up so that I don't, even if I make that mistake, it's never like I don't have to put the effort into making sure. It'll tell me.
Like, I don't know. Actually, I should have checked this before I came on stream, but I don't know whether they had a list of how many chombos they had in the
They
tournament. I'd
should.
like to see. I mean, because most tournaments, I don't think there's a tournament without a chombo, but
No.
there's usually about 3 chombos a tournament. It'd be interesting to see if this Mahjong Time event had a similar number of chombos as a real life event.
Yeah, I bet there would be more. I'm betting there would be more because people are used to not being able to on an online platform.
Yeah, and it is harder to misclick in real life, although I have done it.
Yeah, no, that's something I will say to our studio audience or to our friends at home. Like, yeah, every tournament has at least one chombo. I don't think I've ever been to a tournament where literally no one made a mistake. And one of the things, again, this is one of my not access to grind, but one of my pet issues of people asking me like, "Oh, am I good enough to go to a tournament?" And it's like, everyone makes a mistake at a tournament. Everyone chombos at a tournament. Everyone's screwed up. I've screwed it up. Gemma, I'm assuming maybe Gemma's perfect.
I only chombo at big tournaments that really mean something, like European Championships, World Championships. I save my chombos for those. Those the regular EMA ones never chombo, but the big ones.
Only the big.
Yeah.
Only the tournaments worthy of your mistakes. But yeah, like everyone's made the big mistake. Everyone's felt like an idiot. It's okay. How is it handled if someone breaks the rules?
So I think maybe this is. I think people see chombo as like a penalty, when I think we should think of it less of a penalty, but something that is a result of maybe a mistake that you've made. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not there to punish you and to make you feel bad. Like, a chombo is just because something has happened on the table, which means we can't continue the hand.
Yeah.
So something has to happen. It's not really like, if they really wanted to punish you, they'd make you stand up and be like, this person's an idiot.
Don't they do that in JPML?
They might
during
do,
your training at JPML.
No,
so
usually I just got a smirk. Yeah.
To address your question a little more specifically, someone breaking the rules on accident. First of all, I'd almost reverse your question, because I'd say the vast majority of rules issues are people breaking the rules by accident. It's very rare, I think, that we've seen people deliberately breaking rules. And the chombo is the penalty that is usually the result of some kind of rules infraction that is to the degree where you can't continue the hand in a fair way.
There are 2 levels, right? There's the level where we can continue it, but you screwed up. Then you have a dead hand, right?
Yeah,
and then there's the ones where something has happened so spectacularly wrong that we have to redo.
Yeah. So, for example, if I believe I've won, I declare wrong, I flip down my hand to show everybody, and I have not legally won. Now, that might be a legit accident. I might just be wrong. Let's assume I didn't do that deliberately to be terrible.
I've done that.
I made a mistake. I saw something wrong. I misunderstood. Whatever. At this point, because everyone's seen my hand, we now really can't continue the game in a fair way. All the other players know what tiles I have, they know what I'm going for, they know what's not available, all sorts of things. We really can't continue fairly, so that becomes a chombo, which is a penalty. The penalty I will be assessed, I guess a better way of saying it, would be a chombo penalty. But that's still an accident. I mean, we'll assume that I'm acting in good faith. That was still an accident. So that's what'll happen. Now, on the other hand, I believe a dead hand might be if I declare wrong but don't show my tiles, it becomes a dead hand.
Yeah, we could give you a dead hand for that. Yeah, I mean,
if I say wrong that I won, but then I don't, I stop and I'm like, whoa, I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to give an exhaustive list for what would fall under the 2 penalties, and sometimes it comes down to your, some of the more awkward situations, it will come down to your referee. Some of the more common situations, there is an agreement that, let's say you've got too many tiles or too few tiles because somehow you've managed to collect an extra tile or throw one away. Then that's a dead hand situation, because the game can continue and proceed without and this is something you couldn't do in Mahjong Time. I don't think you can get a dead hand. Maybe you could.
I think many of the mistakes, well, maybe false
try
own call could do it, but I feel like one too many, one too few tiles, even Mahjong Time isn't manually doing the draw discard process and allowing you to let the play go on without discarding.
I don't know. I really should check it out, actually, because I did check it out a little bit before the event when they announced they were going to have the event, and I just noticed that you could chombo. I tried not to chombo, but
like wrong number of tiles in hand is a common thing amongst newer or more nervous players. Most often it's either they're the dealer and they forget to take their first draw, or
if you're south and you're there and you've already decided your discard and you see east discard and then you discard, and then you're like, oh, didn't pick up a tile,
but I didn't draw.
Because you're already in that mindset, like, this is the tile I hate the most.
I've seen players who get really nervous, and like someone goes into reach and they like math out their safe discard and then they just do it without drawing like those things. Again, I'm not saying this to look down on anyone. It's just these are mistakes and accidents that happen at the table.
We've all
So
done it anyway. We've all done
yeah,
it.
everyone's done it. Everyone's done it. So it's not about shaming anyone. Now, on the other hand, the other side of that question, what do you do when someone breaks the rules deliberately, is a bit more complicated, and it's going to depend on the environment and the referee. In a broad sense, I would say someone deliberately breaking the rules should be removed from a tournament or event. But there's a lot of specifics to that, like it's difficult to be able to have definitive evidence of that. You know, some things you can warn people on. There's a lot of, don't take that as me saying anytime anyone suspects anyone of breaking a rule on purpose, you should immediately evict them.
I think the problem we have more in tournaments is people gaming the rules rather than purposefully breaking the rules. People who've read the letter of the rule and not the intent of the rule, and then they start fighting the ref. Never fight the ref. Please don't fight the ref.
It's just a bad look.
It's just and rarely are you going to win. I almost always support the referees, unless they've done something really, really dumb. Because often the referee has to make a decision when it's an awkward situation, right? And although I may have made a different call, they were there at the table. They were the ones who had got to make the call, right? Okay, so let's say they didn't give you a dead hand because you had too few tiles, and they gave you chombo. Of course, that's an error that we can fix. But let's say that they've had two players, and it's turned up to a he said, she said, and they found a solution to resolve what's going on at the table. Now, and the problem is, refs only get called over when someone's managed to do something absolutely catastrophic. And so many times I've been called over to him. I'm like, how the hell did you ever achieve this? Like, what have you done? Like, and it's so difficult to unpick because it's happened from a small mistake, and then often it's just cascaded down. And then you're like, how could this have come? At some point someone's realized, how has this happened? And you can't unpick it anymore. But I mean, Chombo part basically is there to try and stop people from breaking the rules on accident.
Having been a referee, like, this is one of the things. I feel like this is a common. This is like a human nature problem a little bit. Like fighting a referee is just not going to be good because you're not going to have in terms of how that interaction works, this is not going to be a good time. The referee obviously is trying to make a good call. Let's assume the referee's again acting in good faith. If you're at an event where the referees are acting in bad faith, there's broader problems. But if the referee's acting in good faith, like they want to make a good call, they're probably a little nervous about making a good call. These aren't professional referees. These are people who've decided to volunteer to referee for the wild majority of anything you're going to do. So, and of course, they don't want to get it wrong also. No one wants to get it wrong. And so it's oftentimes better if you're not happy with a decision, and this is something that EMA has had, and this is something we've actually worked on a bit with NARMA, is having some kind of process on the back end of the event to submit some kind of report saying, hey, this happened at the event. I really wasn't happy with it. This is what went down from my perspective, and then having some people talk about it. And when you can take a step back from the heat of the incident and talk about it, it makes everyone a lot more comfortable with backing down. Like the ref being out of the moment, will just as a human being, will be much more willing to say, wow, you know what? I didn't mean to make this player feel put upon. Maybe I misinterpreted this rule and did something incorrect. And everyone can talk about it a little more calmly. And then you can get to these good solutions. And honestly, you're going to be seeing the same people over and over at tournaments. You're going to be seeing the same refs over and over at tournaments.
One thing I would say is that you can actually ask for another ref to come over and give a second opinion if you really disagree. I've done that as well, and people have done that to me. And I don't take offense by it. Just be nice, because can I get a second opinion from another ref? If you're worried, I don't. These refs are just putting their own time in. They're nice people, but sometimes it's difficult. Especially when you do some crazy stuff.
It's a giant rule. The rule book is pretty extensive, and it's tough to have it all memorized, and it's tough to know for sure that you're getting it all right. And people make mistakes, and so you want to. And
I think it's going to be really tough after coronavirus as well.
Oh God!
Because no one's been playing. No one has. We've all been out of reffing for a year plus now.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get some strange mistakes, and I think everyone's going to have to be a bit patient with the other. But yes, back to UK Open. I'm afraid I can't tell you who won because it's everyone's handles, which again is a little bit unfortunate with online events. I actually don't know. And also, I don't know if I'm allowed to say their names out loud because, they're not registered in the same way as we'd register them for a regular EMA event. But if you won, congratulations, and I hope you get the lovely trophy.
To the person who won.
Well, to the whole podium, because it was quite generous, because they had cash prizes as well, so it was quite a generous tournament to participate in.
That's pretty cool. It's not bad. I should have
So,
entered.
but unfortunately, I wasn't. Yeah, you should have entered. Well, yeah, you could have entered because you weren't streaming. You could have entered.
Yeah, but I had to run our league on Sunday,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Right, and it's also that time of year, like you're starting, like it's coming to the end of the year, and you're getting all the things, tidied up. And...
Yeah. Oh, all the millions of things that need to be done. It's the worst. So, Gemma, you were
Yes.
talking about how there's new Final Fantasy XIV
Shall I
Doman
get
Mahjong
my thing on?
features. Maybe you
screen?
should. Maybe we
Wait a
should
minute.
see, and I can see about.
I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 all day.
I've been seeing everyone in your group messaging each other.
In my group, it's our group. You're the guild leader.
No, in the PlayStation party.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I forget where my placing went. If I watch your stream of your Mahjong, let's try it. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
I did it. Live now. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, if anyone has any rules or referee questions and stuff like that, I am back to thinking about it now. 2021 is starting to come upon us, and the WRC might happen. Touch wood.
Wait until this advertisement's done because I don't need to show an advertisement on my stream.
There are
It's probably
so
already
many
advertised on my
adverts
stream.
right now,
Here we
aren't
go.
there, on Twitch?
All right, look at
Like-
this. Gemma's online. GemmaOnline.com.
Okay.
So, what's been updated?
Yeah,
What's been
let's go-
updated is, you should go to the before. Don't queue. Go to the options and check them.
Wait. Oh right, yeah. Okay.
All right, so let's see our updated Mahjong options. Woo! Congratulations, bipolar scientist. E9 Savage. All those. Oh, I did all the recent Eden stuff, but not Savage yet, and it's cool, but it's hard. Let's see. Highest rating, current rating.
Yeah, look, I have been going down. Look at those.
Oh,
Look at
no,
those
look-
rankings.
jeez.
I know. That's
That's
seriously.
like a 400-point drop. Are you bad at Mahjong now?
I'm
You know
bad
what
at
you
Mahjong
need?
now.
You need a boot. You should be drinking that beer out of a tiny boot.
Oh god,
And
I'd
just
love
put
to.
ice cream in
So, just to let everyone in on the joke, if you ever go to Japan, go to a place called Komeda Coffee,
Do it
and they serve you melon sodas in a
in
like
a
a
little boot.
boot-shaped
It's a
glass.
boot-shaped glass, and they put ice cream on top of it, and it's ridiculous.
Also, the coffee is amazing. Like, it's been my one thing during lockdown where I'm like, oh, I want Komeda coffee. Why can't I have Komeda coffee?
She really likes
Right.
Komeda's coffee.
I really like Komeda coffee. So hints, that's normal. We had that
Oh,
before Dangerous
but now we
Hammer.
can set the defaults for these things.
So tile names. So we had that. So yeah, so now, door indicator. I'm going to say something about Final Fantasy in general. Like, their explanations are really unwieldy. Like, I feel like there
Yeah.
are easier ways to write this in English, as is traditional.
As is traditional. It's the Japanese way.
Like, traditional to what? Like, if you had no idea about Mahjong and you came to this option screen, that would mean nothing to you,
Yeah.
right? Like, they've
It's-
obviously, like, brutally translated it out of the Japanese,
It
and
is
I
a
really
tough
think...
concept to explain, though, to people who don't know what's going on. Like, because it's really, the door indicator is an analog of a physical thing at the table. So, like...
But this explanation is fine. But as is traditional, the door indicator is the tile below that which applies the door bonus. Like, that's unwieldy.
Yeah, that's a
That
little rough. The first one I kind of like. Yeah, that makes sense. The indicator is the same as the tile. But this, yeah, the as is traditional is a little bit, like, weird. And again, I feel like the challenge here is that what you're explaining is a little strange, right? Because the door indicator, when the indicator, I'm probably being too pedantic about this, but I love being pedantic. In this situation, like, the indicator is a tile you see on the screen that is not a real tile, but instead just a representative picture of the tile that within the game is now a bonus tile. But in the other situation, it's a tile you see on a screen that does represent a real physical tile that's now not available in the game, and also indicates that the tile worth one more than it is a bonus tile when you see that one, which we're not going to show you because you should be able to figure it out. So, like, it's actually, when you're not dealing with a real physical table where you can say that thing there, which we can all easily, instantly see is a real physical tile and now is obviously not available in the game because it's over there, like, it's much harder to explain in a virtual context, I think.
I agree. There's no change here.
Okay, yeah,
So-
traditional tiles. Okay, but you're good to go, though.
But
You're not gonna get
I've
into
set
that,
my
"Oh,
door
I
indicator,
didn't set
yeah.
my settings."
you know what? Every time I enter a dungeon, I never have my summon ready either. All you hear is about 2 minutes into the dungeon. Oh no, my summon! Let me get out of this party a minute because I won't be able to queue otherwise.
When I was leveling Scholar, I had that same problem where like I enter a dungeon or I die or something.
Oh, the fairy.
And the fairy's gone, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, healing is hard. Like, what's going on? This is harder than usual. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that fairy. To go and summon it back like an idiot. And like, I just hide in a corner and hope no one in my party sees me like frantically scribbling in my book.
Like, I don't understand either why, because if you're a tank, right, your stance stays even if you die and get revived, right?
Yeah, but as a summon type, you don't get to keep your summon if you die, and it doesn't remind you.
No, and I've had a new game where my summon, like, because if you're running for the dungeon for some reason, and then, like, your summon gets left behind, and then on the other side of the barrier, but it doesn't tell you that it's on the other side of the barrier, and you're like, why is it just standing there doing nothing? Oh god, I've got to resummon the bastard on this side.
I assume FF still makes the indicator. Yeah, the indicator is still impossible to draw. Yeah, it's not that crazy. But it's just one of those weird things where like it doesn't show you the wall.
Although I did have to question that because I was really like, is it taking it out or is it still in the set? Like I had no idea.
Oh, when it's showing you the literal tile?
Yeah. Okay, so they added some more Mahjong duty options here. Ooh. So novice and advanced, those were the ones before, right?
By your camera image. It's fine. There's novice and advanced, and now there's Kuitan Nash and Kuitan Ari, right?
So those were always there, but you've only ever been able to join them as a full party.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the no open town yet, and then these are the new ones, I think. Yes, you can have quick now.
Oh, quick. So East only.
Quick. East only, yeah. So I'm not sure whether it doesn't tell me whether the ratings are different depending on. I'm not sure if it gives you the same penalties or promotion points as the full one. You'd hope it wouldn't, right?
You'd hope it'd be a little. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's a good question. Do you want to try it?
Yeah. I'll just queue for everything.
All right. Let's queue for all Mahjong queue activate. Wait, why are you forming a party? Are you queued for more things than just Mahjong?
Oh shit, I'm queued for Alexander as well, fucker.
Don't worry, you won't. That queue will not pop. Don't worry.
Really, I've been doing really well. I've been going through them today. Like I haven't done them before, and they've been popping within 10 minutes.
That's pretty cool. Maybe it's because there's a whole bunch of newer players who are doing them now. I'm not sure I agree with the Fist of the Father being a raid name. I think that's a little questionable.
Well, maybe if you're a pervert. Yeah, so I did these 4 today, and
I actually think they're pretty cool. The Alexander raids, I didn't do the Binding Coil of Bahamut. Hidden Away says the same rating across both.
That's I'm not sure I agree with that.
I didn't do the Binding Coil of Bahamut when it came out because at that point I wasn't max level or really able to do much raiding, and I didn't really get into the game seriously until Heaven's Word. But the Alexander raids, I actually thought the Alexander raids were kind of fun. They were pretty fun. And it made me like their raid format, which ends up being like, you might watch a lot of cutscenes, but then the raid is just the raid boss. Like, do the raid. That's it. And I really like this abbreviated format. It's always made me feel annoyed in many ways, like dungeons and trash mobs and this whole weird thing where it's like you just blow through the dungeon and then AoE a bunch of mobs to death. It doesn't take any thought or interest to do that.
It's funny, we did, oh gosh, what was it? It's not hard. It's Tower Deepcraft hard last night with the noobs. And I don't think I'd done it before. Maybe I had done it or I'd forgotten.
Is that the one, the creepy one?
Yeah, but we all really appreciated it. Like, it was still a dungeon with.
They did a decent job trying to tell a story through that dungeon.
Yeah, we were entertained. Also, the other thing, I don't know, because obviously we didn't stream. We got a house, guys.
Oh yeah, we got a house. And someone put a big old Christmas tree in it, which makes me grumpy.
What? I did that.
Well,
I had to pay real money for that.
You paid real money for that?
It cost like $2. Like, I have no Christmas decorations in my house.
Well, I said, I shouldn't be grumpy
about
because
it?
I don't like Christmas.
I know, but it's a festive tree. It's not Christmas,
fine.
Okay?
Well, I'm not going to ruin anyone else's time. If it makes you happy, that's fine. I'm not going to move it or do anything to it because that's rude.
And it's like the most pagan thing ever.
I mean...
Plus, look, it's got little chocobos and cactuars and stuff. There's a Moogle up there. Come on, it's amazing.
too happy about this. This isn't okay.
I don't know who put that there.
Yeah, wait, what is that?
I don't know.
It's like a
We've also
sofa?
had several. And if you come in, Dave, you'll notice the materia melder changes on a regular basis because no one seems to like the looks of the materia melders.
Well, the other one was weird. He's wearing like tiny shorts. I'm like, what are you melding, lady?
What he is wearing the same outfit as the lady though. It's just on a man. Like, look at do you not find like the neckline really weird? I was like,
it's a little strange.
Anyway. The real thing is
the real joy is the Mahjong.
We got to sort out this wall. I'm not sure who did this wall.
Yeah, it's not quite right.
Later. So we made underground Mahjong parlor. We're still working on it, okay, guys? So don't, but we think it's pretty special. And we got like some little snacks here for you. This is a little bit more like this is like a European event over here, your little tea and coffee and biscuits. And then this is more like a Japanese event over here with all your cigarette trays and your coats.
And like this implies that Europeans consume tea and biscuits while Japanese people just eat cigarettes. Get them...
No comment.
Yes. Oh.
Well, they don't have like smoking laws like us. So.
That's true.
And
cigarettes, they like normal.
Like,
stuff.
let's go and look at Dave's room because
my room is
it
literally
sucks.
empty. I haven't moved my stuff in yet.
I know. Can you move your stuff in?
I can. Maybe one day.
There are room checks here. This is rubbish. Right. Let's go and look at mine. Have you seen mine yet?
I have not.
You're gonna love it. I haven't finished it yet. It's a work in progress. So, my theme here is mess and ugliness. So, I've got some crap here on the floor. I have my makeup strewn over here. I couldn't find a messy bed. I need to work something out about that. I've got my Amazon boxes here that I never take out.
What's going on?
I like it.
Wait, there's a new place. Oh, dear.
Do you know what? Everyone complimented the Christmas tree apart from Dave. Why wouldn't you like our pagan ideas of bringing crap from outdoors indoors and then complain about having to hoover up the pine needles every single day? That's Christmas. Oh, there's another one here. We got snowmen outside. We might have to get you to queue though, Dave. I'm a bit worried about this.
Oh no.
Mahjong queue.
Yeah, how's the queue looking? Let's take a peek. I don't know if I want a queue. What a pain. Playing Mahjong. It's weird. Your load times are so... You need a PlayStation 5.
Do you know what? I laughed like that yesterday when I went to the dentist and they're like, do you have any trips planned? I was like, yeah, no.
You know, I almost got one yesterday.
Yeah, I saw on your little Dave Discord.
Yeah.
Got a little Are you offended by the snowman?
I'm not offended by any of it. I'm not. I'm a bit of a Grinch, but I'm not offended by any of it. That's a little much.
I just don't understand why he's only got one glove.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very funny.
You want to stay warm?
Yeah. Did you see the snowman mount?
No, there's a snowman mount.
Oh my God, you're gonna love it. People, oh no, how do I get it? You're gonna.
This is your chance. It's everyone's chance to queue up with Gemma.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you have a snowman mount? I haven't done the winter day thing yet. Oh my God.
Look at
this. That's amazing, and I need this.
I know.
Is this from the seasonal thing?
Yeah, exactly. Are you not feeling a little festive now, Dave?
It's not about festive. It's fucking ridiculous, and I love it.
I know. It is my friend summarized this up. Like when Japanese developers add something to their game, they're like, we can make this completely canon and really fit in with the world, or we can make it not. And there's never a gray scale in between.
Yeah,
it's
either
it's really fitting in or not at all.
Not at all. That is the best. I absolutely need this. I need this immediately.
See, I was planning to try and trick you to come to the house and then hide here like this and then bounce at you. And then I realized that you'd see me because my name would come up. I
would see the name, but I'd still be like, what the heck is this? Yeah, no, I had a rough time yesterday attempting to queue for a PlayStation and then getting almost there, and then they sold out. I mean, I don't really care that much, but like, It's not me sour grapes thing. It's just one of those things where it's like, if I don't get one, it's okay. So I'm not like desperate for it. But it is kind of fun sometimes. It's almost like a gamble, you know. It's fun to like play the odds and see if you can. And like I would, you know, if I had the option to just walk out and buy one, I would buy one. So it's not like I don't even want it. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not like desperate for it. Like, I mean, and I feel bad for people. I feel really bad, especially with this kind of thing, for people who are looking to get it for someone for Christmas. Or, you know, like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
if I wanted to get someone I cared about a PlayStation 5 for Christmas, and I don't care about anyone, just for the record, no, not a single person. Screw them. But you know, I'd be really frustrated with it. And part of me wonders, and this is maybe conspiratorial and silly, but part of me really does wonder if it's deliberate.
Mm, not this time. I think they have been accused of that in the past. I think this time it has just been impossible. Like they're manufacturing way more than they did for the last launches. I think this is the most units they've had available at launch ever.
Well, everyone's stuck inside, so that might up demand a lot.
Yeah,
like people who don't have anything else to do, like I need my PlayStation 5 so I can do this stuff. And
it's
like,
yeah, it's like a perfect storm of you know, China being basically out for manufacturing for like 6 months, and then combined with this logistical disaster that's happening across the globe, and as you said, everyone's staying indoors and wanting a PlayStation 5 when they may have been more patient. Like I don't think I'd have been wanting a PlayStation 5 unless we're happening right now. Usually I just wait for 6 months and and I can just walk into a store and buy one right now, right? Whereas now I'm like, I want one. I want to do something. You know, I need some entertainment.
That's my my mentality is like, I want to wait until I can just walk into a store and say, hello, I'd like a PlayStation 5. And they say, okay, here is a PlayStation 5. And I'm like, sweet. Like, that's like the, hidden away, if you want to help. Yeah, if you want anyone else to help out the queue.
Please.
But like, that's the
all
kind
of the Mahjong, so.
experience that I want to have is I go like, hello, I would like to buy this mass-produced item that should be available everywhere. And then some nice person at the store says, here you go, here is one of them. And if I'm not having that situation, like, yeah, I'll queue up on the internet on a web page. Like, I'll give that a shot. But I'm not invested. It's fine. I can wait. The other important thing is, at least for me, to be a snob, like, my PC plays all these games better. So like it's not like for me at least the PlayStation 5 isn't going to give me a massive experience improvement. Well, for other people, sure, if they're coming off straight PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 is going to be a big step up for some things for them, like Final Fantasy 14 load times.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely want one, but you know, I mean, they can't even get a Switch out still, you know, like, and how how many years has that been available?
I can't even get this Switch to you. It's driving me nuts.
I know. Do you know what though?
So
like,
upset.
I don't know. Like, there's massive logistic problem now in the UK. Like, everything is snarled up because of either like people having to isolate because of COVID, and then of course Brexit, which means everyone like all the supermarkets are desperately trying to stock produce and non, what do you call it, like canned food and stuff. It's just, you know, apparently like the queues to get to and from the boats now are insane. I don't know, like I just
so well.
I don't know, even from my business, like, you know, like I've had, you know, customers who are trying to write letters of complaints because their shipping container that should take 2 weeks maximum has taken like 12 weeks.
This is what drives me
And then, of course,
nuts.
they haven't got products in the store. And if they don't have products in the store, then they can't sell at Christmas. And Christmas is the time to sell, right?
This is my, I guess it's not political. It's like tangential to political rant. Everyone in the world is like, you are so fucking ungrateful. Like,
oh yeah, we all are. I mean,
yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I can remember a time when things did not move happily and we couldn't get avocados. I mean, God, I wouldn't know what an avocado was when I was a kid. You know,
enormous, complicated machine that exists spanning the entire globe, making sure you and I have the ability to buy any of the shit that we want at any time. This is not magic. Like, this is really hard, and a lot of people work to make it work and to make it functional and to make it happen. And like, imagining that the care and maintenance, it's like some weird like Fallout scenario where it's like the machine is so integral to our lives, but we stopped remembering that it exists, and so we don't maintain it. And now all of a sudden, when it doesn't work, we're like, what do you mean I can't get literally every fruit or vegetable from all around the world at any point in my local grocery whenever I want it, so I don't have to keep it in my fridge even? Like, how do we, like, it's not like, it's not very couth to reference Louis C.K. these days because he's #canceled. But like, you
can't cancel humans.
Well, As a person, he's done a lot of unsavory things, and I don't support them. But he did have a good skit many years ago about how, like, we as humans are so ungrateful that we'll be sitting there on an airplane poking at our phone and be like, this sucks. The internet doesn't work. And it's like you're in a chair in the middle of the sky being safely swooped, like, at an astounding rate of speed from point A to point B, so you don't even have to bother with any of your travel problems. And your big complaint is that your phone can't talk to space so that you can download a dumb meme. Like,
I don't think we need Louis C.K. We're going to get Dave to do it again. We'll just get all of Louis C.K. skits, and then Dave can redo them for us.
I don't want to be known as a guy who redoes Louis C.K. skits. That's not necessarily a good place to be. But, like, yeah, it's like you have to appreciate, and I mean, we don't teach ourselves. We don't learn about these things. We don't teach people about these things. They don't understand them. They don't understand why they're hard or complicated, so we can't appreciate why what we have is hard and complicated. And am I mad when I don't get internet on the plane? Yeah, a little bit. You promise me internet, you don't give me internet. I'm a little not happy about that. But, like, at the same time, yeah, like, what the heck, man? And yeah, all these things like Brexit, like people imagining that you're just going to be able to be like, bye, Europe. Like, even if, again, forgetting even the right or wrong of it, right? Let's say...
Oh, yeah, we couldn't say goodbye to any country, any group of countries. It's not possible. It's not just a Europe thing. We couldn't say goodbye to the States. I mean, sometimes I wish you could try,
but legitimately prove in some very real way that the UK would be better off leaving the European Union. I don't think that's true, but let's imagine a world where it's like factually provable. Even then, the act of that separation is going to be insanely complicated. And it's going to require a huge amount of work and understanding.
I think they could have done it, but they just never did it.
Well, they didn't have to bother because the people who were supporting them in doing it didn't care.
Yeah, it's a lot of posturing, but yeah, I mean, I think I'm getting very triggered now because the government keep putting out these adverts like check, change, go. You know, everything's going to change on the 31st of December. Are you ready? And
why do I have to get ready?
Well, I still don't even know I still don't even know what's going to happen on the 31st of December. Like, as a business, I'm like, yeah, I would implement whatever rules I need to do to keep trading, but they can't tell me what the rules are. So I'm like, I can't implement rules you don't tell me.
This is my other big modern, my current pet peeve. I'll talk about post, but I'm gonna circle back. I'm gonna circle back because I like ranting about stuff all this Q's and session. I mean, the biggest problem here is that these political movements are post-factual, right? Support for Brexit, at least, okay. I'm making a supposition here. I'm projecting some Americanisms out to the UK. So tell me if I'm wrong, and I will accept it. But I feel like for the people supporting Brexit, just like the people supporting the Republican Party here in the U.S., it is not about particular policies that they, as people, logically think are going to be good, and thusly could be discussed. It's not about something where you could show them a report or some numbers and say, look, here's other data that contradicts your data. And they'll say, well, given that I was really looking to find a particular factual outcome, this shows that my path there might not get me there. And so maybe I need to think about it. It's entirely like emotional. It's post-factual. It's emotional. And politics has reached the point of advertising where you don't have to convince people that your product's good. You have to convince people that their identity aligns with your product. And if you do that, then they'll vote or buy. And what they're voting or buying is identity, not outcomes or a practical thing. And thusly, they don't care. They just don't care. And so there's no, like, reasoning with them. And that seems to be, that's where we're at in the U.S., at least, in many cases.
I think I don't know, I feel like maybe because I'm probably more of a common denominator than you are, I see why people
never call you a
voted
denominator,
for things. I see why people vote for things like Brexit, because the world just really isn't working for them. And so any good gambler, you don't stick, you twist, right? Like, I get that, and I think that they were probably right to vote for it.
I don't know.
On that alone,
I have a lot more.
It's for me, it's just a massive failing. It's a failing of I don't want to go to subdivision. It's a failing of the government and stuff, like.
Well, this is the thing that
if they wanted to do it, we live in a parliamentary democracy. They should have done it.
I actually
not given it to us.
I have more sympathy for the voters of 2016. I have more sympathy for the angry middle finger voters of 2016 who were really saying, like, the status quo sucks. I'm going to vote for something that says F the status quo. I'm mad and I'm voting against the way things are because things are not good for me. I still think they voted for something really dumb in both nations. But at the same time, I can actually understand that mindset. You can tell me that was your mindset, and I don't think that makes you terrible as a human being. I disagree with you. But okay,
Yeah,
like I see that mindset, and I do legitimately, I can easily admit a lot of stuff is not working for a lot of people. Like, sure.
Well, this is. I think neoliberalism has come to finally start to consume itself.
A little bit, maybe. But it's like after these years of that, after seeing this wild irresponsibility and just sheer graft, and it's just been disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not believe? I don't know. It bugs me a lot. And the other thing that bugs me is being told that it's my responsibility to clean it up. Like being, like it
who
really
tells you it's your responsibility to clean it up? Like,
everyone, like, oh, you need to stop eating meat so you can lower your carbon footprint to fight global warming. And it's like, on the one hand, this isn't false. It is true that consuming, meat releases methane, and if I ate less meat, there'd be less support for meat, and blah, 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 blah. That is true. It's not false. I do care about global warming. I'm not claiming it's a hoax or something stupid like that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, there's me sitting here eating a couple steaks every month. And then there's a global oil conglomerate.
By the way, Dave.
Fine.
And then you can continue around, just so that we're moving in the right direction for this.
Fine. It makes sense.
No, I mean, I think I've had this argument with people before that I do object to the way, as you said, global warming and climate change, suddenly the entire thing depends on me appropriately separating my plastics. And I'm like, don't make me have to buy my food in plastic. I never asked for the plastic to be attached to my food.
Yeah, it's the same thing with them being like, are you ready for Brexit? And it's kind of like, wait a minute. Like, fuck you. Are you ready for Brexit, government? Oh, wait. No, not at all. So, like... Yeah,
I know. I'm waiting for it to be all business fault. Like, it'll all be like, if business had done it right, then we'd be fine. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like, no, in no way are you ready for Brexit.
It really reminds me of my tax returns and stuff. Like, I read all the rules and I really try, and then it's still all my fault if I do it wrong, even though the rules make no sense.
No, like, what do you mean, are you ready? Fuck you.
Isn't there a bit of a counter idea of the dairy industry? There's still tons being produced.
Let me see. Let me go to my duty finder here. What do I need to do? I want to be able to read, I think everyone has to. Chat.
I think everyone does have to kind of reduce their. Here
we go.
Everyone has a responsibility. However, in the end, it does come down to big business. I can't reduce my plastic any more than I already have, unless the huge food producers stop packaging it in plastic. Like, I do try to make the right choices. Like, I'm one of those people who always pays extra for their milk.
Oh dear.
I buy because I want to make sure that the money's going to the farmer. I don't just want to get the cheapest thing that we can find, right?
It's novice quick. So our friendos can see my screen right now and not your screen.
Okay. So I will not look at the screen.
Yeah, don't. I'm going to stop watching you for now because...
That's fine. I am going to just have the... Thanks hidden away. See you in a minute.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy to pitch in and be part of the solution, but I hate being told, like, you're the solution. You have to fight global warming, as everyone else just, like, screws it up.
Yeah, while all the, like, super rich take, like, flights every other day.
Yeah.
I love it. They're like, we need to reduce our flights. And I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah,
I take, one or two flights a year? Like, I take 1 or 2 flights a year, where some of these people, they're flying once a week. Like,
yeah.
I'm the problem here. Wait a minute. It's Dora traditional. I almost screwed myself.
I did not change to Dora traditional. I have to remember this.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I changed to Dora traditional.
Okay, the Dora is the Tuso.
Yes.
Good.
That is correct. Oh dear.
I don't want to live on a word about Parmesan, Roquefort. Yeah, seriously, man. I don't want to be stuck on an island just full of British food.
So these
British
red tiles
food is the worst.
Are tiles that have been taken by others?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because they used to just be grayed out, didn't they? I don't like that still. I really wish they just wouldn't be in my discard pile.
Yeah, that I see what they're doing. Oh, gray is discarded without hand change. Okay.
That's a lot of information in a discard pile. Like,
it is a lot of information.
I think I'd rather the tiles were removed from my discard pool.
Oh no, the police. They're on to me.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, see, I agree. I
Trying
agree,
to turn my
Zaps.
heating on.
Like,
I
like,
can't see what the Zap say. Tell me what Zap says
oh,
so I
it's
can
just,
what
as this is my actual job, if government gets serious about tackling climate change, it will happen regardless of what consumers decide. If governments do not, then it will not happen regardless of what consumers decide.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that very strongly. Like,
Like I don't know. Like I guess it's down to us to vote the people in, the government in that would really give a shit about it.
but that's not.
But it's
I
so
don't know. Again,
difficult
maybe this is an
because like
American
I don't know.
perspective.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Like I can't vote for the Green Party because they're never going to get in. We're first past the post system. Like if I thought the Green Party would get a seat in the House, I would definitely vote for the Green Party, like flat out. Like that's
Pretty
my
good called hand.
above all of the other problems in my life, even above a coronavirus pandemic, I still think climate probably is my
Oh,
biggest concern.
climate's a massive problem, but everyone. I mean, and this is everyone can punt on it. Again,
Right,
I'm
door
coming at this from
is
a kind of
east.
yes.
Sorry.
I'm coming at this from a kind of American perspective, but like every party, it's one of those great things. Um, it's an Elan move. So my friend, this is a board game move that they do very often, right? So if there's four of us playing a board game, and you're playing, and it's my turn, or if you're playing, and then it's their turn, and then it's my turn, and then it's your turn again. Oh, shoot. This is bad. And so you're okay. So there's three of us. You,
Hmm.
my friend, myself, and then you again. You make a move,
On.
and everyone's like,
Mhm.
"Oh no! If it gets to Gemma's next turn, Gemma will win."
Hmm.
And I'm like, "Oh no, I don't want Gemma to win." And the person who goes after you can just punt. If either of us can take the move that stops you from winning, the person who goes after you can punt because they'll know I'll be forced into taking the move that stops you.
Ah.
And I feel like climate change is the same kind of weird like game of chicken. The door is east. We're both doing dumb things. Let's just
Yeah.
do this.
Dave did not fix his settings. He was the guy who didn't get his fairy in.
That's true.
He's that healer.
I don't know, man. This is dumb as heck. I'm doing it though.
Who controls the government decisions? The Illuminati? No, do you know what? I know exactly who controls my government's decision.
Is it
It's
me?
Tate and Lyle.
Oh,
It's Tate and Lyle.
I wish it
You
was
know,
me.
they give the Tory party so much money. Like so much. And I'm gonna do something really dangerous.
Oh dear. Are
This
you
is
gonna
danger.
Ooh. Well, I don't want it.
Oh, you don't want it?
No,
Okay.
it's not dangerous to me. Someone else is thinking about it, but I don't want it. Oh my god.
Yeah, Dave ruined everything.
I did.
Dave's gonna make the party wipe.
I'm not going to make the party wipe. I'm just going to deal into Captain Calls a lot across from us, who made a good called hand before, and might well make a
You
good called
have-
hand again. I mean, they build
I
value
think
into
you
that
have a
hand,
sh-
which means they're dangerous because it means they know what they're doing. So,
I think you're a shitty weight.
no, I have the greatest weight. It's like an 8-sided weight. It's actually a 13-sided weight. Hmm.
A 13-sided weight. Oh,
Yeah, I'm just
interesting.
footy 10 on it because I wanted to mess with you. Every tile I discard is labeled as dangerous. I love it.
Oh, look, this is safe.
Yeah, that's safe.
I'm the dealer. Why are you doing this on my dealership?
Because I
think that's
don't
fair.
care for... There we go.
Yeah.
It's
Don't respect
nothing,
me at
though.
all.
Now it's hot garbage. I was really hoping to sumo that.
That was a tragic end to my first dealership.
East only round, man. I got
Wait.
work to do.
Are we
Door
East only?
is 6 mon.
How do you know whether East only or not?
Oh, I don't know. Is it East only?
I don't know how we know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I thought it said
we've
quick
encountered,
game.
We've encountered a new problem.
Yeah,
That's a serious problem, actually.
that is true. Like, I have no clue how long this game is. Huh. Huh.
Yeah. I really feel like they had space on the right as well to tell me this information. This very important information. Well, Square, you got so close to making this awesome, and then
Ah.
and the Q popped it said quick game. Okay. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I thought was quick
yeah,
rank.
sure. I guess I should have read what it said at the beginning, but I didn't.
I don't know what I'm doing with this hand. It's the worst. I'm just gonna discard
Well, you're
every.
gonna have to do
I'm sorry. I'm very tempai.
something.
Notice me discarding every tile I draw.
Are you tempai? Are you really
Incredibly
super
tempai.
tempai?
You could never be more
Not
tempai
just.
than me.
You sure you're not just Ishanten? I don't think that's tempai.
Let me count.
It can. It's on the right in your duty info. Wait, what? How do I not see this?
What am I doing?
Quick ranked match. What? Where's? I don't see it say quick ranked match. It's not on the screen, right? It's not on the screen. What we're doing right now.
Quick rank match. It's in the. There's behind the Mahjong window is the little window that comes up for your duty.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I see what they're talking about.
Dave's. Oh. Well. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, I see. Oh. Yeah, but when you're on PlayStation, it takes up the whole screen, so I don't see it. Don't like that.
This is terrible. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the worst. Hey, I know what I'm doing. It's great.
I ballsed this up. PS woes. Yeah, do you know what? It's true. There's a lot of PS woes, but also I don't have to think. I buy the game and I put it in and I hit play and it works.
Yeah.
I am that console gamer. And also because like I work on my computer all day, I actually like being on a console, right? Without like notifications or emails from clients. Like I can just move away physically from work.
This is a bad call, I think. What I've done is a mistake.
PC Master Race. I prefer slow game Mahjong. Yeah, I don't check the chat. That's why I'm really rude during
Slight
Mahjong
upgrade.
games.
I'll take it. Even if it kills my dreams.
I did see Dave play Final Fantasy on his computer, and I was a little bit jealous. It did look good.
Uh-oh.
Gonna do, Dave? Gonna throw in?
Oh God! Not to an all green. Jesus.
They threw the green dragon away quite quickly for an all green.
True, but no, I'm gonna bail on this. This is not worth my time.
Oh, 6 is out.
Interesting. Oh, I'm done. Okay. Oh. Wow.
Oh. And he's east. Our novice here can play.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Whoever subscribed, but I can't see who it was. Can I see quickly?
Thank you.
Avaswar, thank you for following Avaswar. I have to fix my
you.
following thing because it's not so great. Yeah, no, that was a good hand. I've seen, that's what I was saying. Like that first called hand they made, they didn't just make a called hand. They made a called hand they built value into. So I'm like, this person is not chumping around. They're playing fast, but they're not chumping around.
No, they can play.
Yeah. So
maybe they've just been waiting all week to try and snipe me out. They made a new character, glamoured him up.
Let's do that. This is a weird gambit over here. I don't know if I like it, but I'm doing it. Okay.
What are you doing, Dave?
I don't know, man. Got a lot of tiles. They're just doing stuff.
You're not overly pushing a flush, are you?
What?
There you go.
I
Is that going to help you?
Aggressive offense at that.
We're overly pushing our flush, are we?
I can't believe.
Your pin flush? Just call it, Dave.
I can't believe you would think I would ever do such a thing.
I played with you too much, man.
I can't believe you would ever think that I could do that kind of thing. Is it over pushing?
It's nice, that one.
Yeah, it's not over pushing if you nail it.
Am I? third. God, my whole life I feel is third at Mahjong right
Yeah.
now.
That wasn't an overpush. Oh dear. This is trash. What's my okay.
I don't know what to do with this one.
Yeah, this is not a good scene for Dave.
Telegraph it as much as you like if the wall loves you.
That's exactly. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Telegraph as much as you like. The wall loves me. It's all good. Keeping that one pin at the beginning was really my. What do I think about this? I think that this would be real dumb. That I'm not doing. Maybe I'll regret this decision, but I'm not doing it. I would do anything for. Oh no. I might be regretting my decision. Let's see what happens. Does the wall love Dave? That's the question.
Kokshi?
Today.
Kokshi? Kokshi?
It's not a Kokshi as of now.
You've given up? No, I can see that now.
Yeah. Most assuredly not a Kokshi.
I need some points in here. I'm not going to get them though, am I?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a good throw like that.
Uh,
Oh, balls.
okay. Oh. Well, we can do that.
Yeah, I do not have points here.
Yeah, I have no
think
interest
I'm-
in this fight.
I think I'm locking in a third right now.
I guess I could have played around it, but I think it's probably not worth it. Nice.
I use carbate.
That's sumo. Oh, the 6 I held. Nice. But that is actually really good for
That
them.
shakes stuff up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And that puts me down to fourth.
Yeah. Shoot.
But everyone's a bit closer to me now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, this is fine. What the heck, man?
Oh my god, I wish I could tell you what I've got in my hand right now. Because you'd be laughing. You'd be laughing.
I'm laughing a little bit at myself. This is really friggin' stupid.
Howie threw the Dora, I think, on purpose, right? To hurt me. Did you do that,
Possibly.
Howie, to hurt me?
Yeah, this is the obvious answer. Everyone knows what to do here. Everyone knows how this is going to go for Dave. Ooh. Okay, everyone knows it. No. This is a better play.
Beast is out.
How do we do this? This is a better play.
What are you doing, Dave?
Oh. Having
You're
a
doing
sad
nonsense.
time, apparently. Oh, having the saddest time. Oh, that makes me sad. Let's get rid of this. It's a little sad. What do I think about this? That's fine.
I use your shoulder suji to dangerously throw the 6.
That's not the worst. Alright, time to get away from this. Maybe.
What worried you then? Made you change your mind?
Oh yeah, that's That's actually not a bad deal, all things considered.
It's Suji on that 5-man that North through, which I know is a little time ago, but yeah, I got away with it.
I'm just gonna throw that 5-man that North through.
It's a little bit dangerous, that one.
Everything's making me sad. Oh, that's making me sad now too. I am not going to do this, but I am going to do maybe... No, I'm going to do this. I think that's probably the best idea, even though it's terrible. It might be the best.
Don't know if I get away with that. Ooh, I did. Ooh. Huh, North.
Wow!
Did you... What's wow? No, don't tell me. You shouldn't tell me.
I hate statistics. Ooh, I like this con, though.
Ooh.
I like that.
5-pin. Okay.
Fine. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Dave. You do that already.
This is stupid because I really shouldn't do this. This is actually a poor decision that I've made. Oh! Nice.
Don't think that's enough to put me over you, but no.
No. But it does get you into second place. I reached on a Cheetoy.
It's really all
if I'd reached when I got Tenpai on the Cheetoy and kept the 2-so, I would have Ipatsumo'd it. But I instead held out for the 9-so. I Damed on the 9-so because I was like, you know what? The 9-so is more like, there's one left. It'll probably come out if someone throws it, and I don't need to push it too hard. But then when the extra Dora got flipped, I'm like, time to be stupidly greedy. So I reached. It was a 3-mon only weight. But it was ugly. That was a bad play, but it's all good. I still won.
Good game, Hidden.
Yeah, good game. Ugh. Now I can just spin. Oh, I should start the Christmas quest. Because, where is the Christmas quest? Where does it start?
It's in Gridania.
Gridania. Oh,
I know, I hate Gridania as well. It's literally the worst of all the cities. Like, it's the only city that really feels very uncity-esque. Like, there's hardly anyone there.
It's because it's annoying to get around.
If anyone wants to join.
Who's joining?
It's annoying.
What's up?
I said I'm back in the queue if people want to join.
I'm going to join the queue.
Oh,
you already popped. Okay, then I'll go back to showing your screen. Hold on, let me get back to...
Thanks, Hidden. Thank you.
Hold on. Go to OBS. Go here. New window. Go to watch Gemma's Twitch stream. Go back to OBS.
Although it's hanging on checking member status, so maybe you won't be happy.
Blur mine out. Okay, hold on. And I'll transition over to this as soon as it's done showing the commercial on yours. Based on a novel by Stephen King. Whoopi Goldberg.
Have you found that YouTube have got a lot of adverts at the moment? Like, I swear to God, it wasn't so adverty. Like, adverts in the middle as well. And now Twitch for adverts in the middle of streams as well, which kind of annoys me.
Well, yeah, they need to make money, right? Here we go.
Finding a new member.
Oh, no!
Wow, the party got...
Hold on, back to Gemmasville.
You might have to join. Yeah, anyway, so, yeah, it's, like, I get it at the beginning, but during? It seems a bit... Unless the contributor actually has ad bricks, like, set in their thing, then just showing them randomly seems a bit kind of... Oh, were you really enjoying this conversation? How about an advert?
Yeah, it's super weird what they do with that. I'm only 3 out of 4. I'll give it a minute or two, and if it still doesn't work, then I'll pop on. Yeah, again, they just squeeze. Like, that's all they have to do, right? They start out with the platform, they make it really open, make it really easy. You get everyone on board. That's always the business plan, right? Mm-hmm. Make it so that you're the default place to go, and you're where everyone goes to watch, and then you just kind of squeeze to get more and more revenue out of it, because now you have a giant pile of people who will do anything to be on your platform. And, like, yeah.
Yeah, because that Microsoft one failed as well, right?
Yeah, I know. I someone that I knew was actually involved with the core company that Microsoft bought to build that, and said that they had had some negative experiences with them. But I'm being very deliberately vague because it's it's an individual, it's a person. They told me a story as person to person. I don't want to relate it per se, but it's possible that there was some internal strife. If they, when a company buys another company, it can either work out or not. And if it didn't work out, that might have been part of it.
Yeah, they are difficult. Yeah.
But I think that they realized that it was kind of a dumb game. I don't know, like, they had to spend a lot of money on contracts to get streamers to come over to them and do all this stuff, and I wonder if they realized that this was kind of not a worthwhile game to be playing with the amount of money they had to throw around to maybe pull people to their platform. I don't know. I feel like overall these platforms just don't... I don't know. I don't know what I think about it. I find our new exciting world where everything has to be free in order to get people to do it at all to be a really, like...
Yeah.
Just, everything's just crappier. And maybe I'm saying that from a place of privilege where I can afford to pay subscriptions for things and have things, and, like, it's not that challenging for me, and I recognize that I'm fortunate to be in that position. But I do hate the fact, when I was a kid... now you know I'm old, right? Like when I was a kid, it was like stores had real customer service where you could call a human being and actually talk to them, and they would sell you things that were, at least they try to sell you things of quality because you'd complain if they didn't. And, like, it's so strange that we have this weird world of undercutting now where everything just tries to be cheaper than the next thing, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it did feel more like they were trying to get your custom for the long run, maybe.
Yeah.
Right, whereas things like, these online companies, they're really just trying to be the only person offering the service that you could turn to. Right? Like, there's no competitor to Twitch, really, is there? There's no real competitor to YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or any of these things, right?
If you want to be
Parler
very technical... If you want to be very technical, you can say they're a competitor. Yeah, things like Parler. I mean, whatever else you can say about Parler, it is technically a competitor to these services. Is it a realistic... it's the same way my corner grocery store is technically a competitor to Walmart, right? Like, I'm not really giving them a run for their money, but I am in the same business, and let's be, if we're going to analyze it, let's be real. But the biggest problem is all these services rely on network effect rather than product, right? Like, grocery stores are different. If I'm buying an apple... I don't need to buy my apple the same place everyone else buys their apple. I can get an apple from my corner grocery, and it's an apple. It's great. I went to the corner store and bought some potatoes last night. From my perspective as a consumer, the potato I got at the corner store is really not particularly notably different than the potato I could get from Fresh Direct or some other, grocery service. So cool. But, like, with Facebook is only valuable to me. Facebook is only valuable to me because everyone else is on Facebook. If I was the only person on Facebook, I would probably... I don't use Facebook now. But I don't think anyone here would use Facebook if they were the only person on Facebook.
No. Exactly.
Because, all the value it has is primarily based on... Ooh, corner grocery store. Sorry, Bipolar Shine, corner grocery store sells hot Mexican food. Hell yeah. That's great. Actually, that's interesting because a lot of, at least here in New York, a lot of grocery stores have gotten into selling hot buffet food because they make a good business off of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, all these
it's like
network
the
effect
convenience
things
store in Japan, right?
Are things that, in my opinion, and this is going to get me in trouble, but they should be nationalized and socialized. If you're going to make a communication, it's just like our telephone service, right? If you're going to make a communication service, you should just say this communication service is run via some standard for everyone and not let private business do it for themselves.
Or the content, when you write content, you should be able to draw... I should be able to decide that I want content from Parler or drawn to my Twitter feed.
Don't do that. You definitely don't want that.
Yeah, but like, let's say if you go on Parler, you're not going to get any content, right, from Twitter unless you make a Twitter account.
Well, yeah, they're entirely separate entities. So
and then that's how the phone works, right? That you.
I'm going to give the queue until 2:20.
Yeah.
If by 2:20 the queue doesn't pop.
Yeah.
That's a threat to our audience. Get in the queue.
Lines, that's a threat. Yeah, get in the queue. That's the phone lines. The phone lines are the phone lines, right? Like, when I change provider, I don't change my phone line, right?
Right.
Like, any provider can use that phone line to provide me with
the
service
phone number system, right? We all hook up to the same phone number. Again, maybe this is UK, US thing.
Oh, no, yeah. No, the phone line is the same. You don't give me a new phone line if I change
Yeah, they don't run new wires to your house, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
like
and it's stuff like that. It's like
the service.
Decided that it's worthwhile for everyone to have phone service, and thusly we have rules about what it takes to run a phone service that you have to align with because we regulate it. And of course, businesses don't want that because it costs money. But it's the same thing with, like, ISPs and other, like, I don't know.
I'm actually very much in favor. Internet, right? I I can access my internet from anywhere. I can buy my website domains from who I like, but it's still managed by the same registry, right?
I'm very much in favor of removing companies like Facebook's installation from being immune to what's posted on them. I actually think that I think that given the structure of what they do, they should not be immune.
And especially now, it's so important in COVID times because it is where people are going to get information from. Whether you or I like it or not, there's plenty of people who rely on their friends and their network for information about their surroundings.
Someone has to be accountable for truth. Like if a news network went on television and told me that COVID-19 was actually just made of candy, and that if I caught it, I would be happy and wealthy and it would be delicious and full of coconuts and almonds, like, I could sue them. They lied to me. They told me things that were wrong and harmed me through their wrongness. I can sue tobacco companies for telling me that smoking is perfectly safe. You know, there's an entity that has accountability. But when strangers spread disinformation through social media, there's no accountability. No one can get in trouble for these lies. So why not lie? Why not keep pumping the lies out? Even if a very tiny amount of people saying it'd be delicious. Provably false. Yeah, provably false. COVID is not delicious. It is not good for me. It will not improve my life in any way, and it may well cause me or others harm. Yeah, you can prove that. If they say that coconuts and if they say that delicious, that Almond Joy has nuts but Mounds don't, or they reverse it, they have Mounds has nuts but Almond Joy don't. I guess if I had a nut allergy, I might be able to sue them for that too. But like, there's definitely matters of opinion that they can't. If, for example, if they say that well done steak is the best sort of steak, they're wrong. But I probably couldn't sue them for harm at that point. That's an opinion that they said that is I disagree with strongly, but fine, they haven't harmed me in some real way. But now it's like, yeah, if you can say things like vaccines give you autism, things that are provably false, and you can just say it, right? And there's no consequence to saying it. You might as well just say it. You might as well just run these disinformation campaigns because there's no consequence at all. And slowly but surely you'll trick a couple people at a time.
I'm going to say that Mahjong nullifies the negative effects of any COVID vaccine you may be administered. Oh, wow. So you better play a lot of Mahjong.
Wow. Well, you know what? That's unenforceable. I can't prove. All right, we've hit the time. So I'd
like to point out I said that comically. No one should ever listen to anything I say.
I'm going to queue again.
I do not accept your lawsuit.
And now it's a full match. So now I'm going to switch back to it being my screen. Wait for all opponents. Great. There's a Mahjong enthusiast. Oh, it's the dealer.
Oh, it's the dealer.
The dealer.
Yes. I'm glad you're back.
I'm a little scared. Oh, I didn't change it, so the Dora is still the literal Dora.
Oh, Dave.
It's all right. It's fine.
You screwed up. They spent all that time programming.
I know.
I didn't.
You
still screwed up.
Honor their digital gardening.
Do you know what I did do today? I deep cleaned my couch, and it was wonderful.
This is a full game, so we're gonna be here for a while.
It was really gross. It was really gross. But I feel very satisfied. Well, I was really was there with a crevice tool on my Hoover, really kind of getting all the skank out the seams and stuff.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of me too.
Great. I helped the dealer. Is this good? I don't think what I'm doing is good. I'm definitely putting tiles in places. I don't think I want this.
So do you have any plans for the holidays at all?
Nope. It's great.
Me neither. That was quite a terrifying sigh into the microphone.
I don't like anything. It's all bad. I need to figure out how to fix this problem.
I know that you must have Dora. You got something good, otherwise you wouldn't be making these noises that you make. How's your rating better than mine? That seems not okay.
It's called skill. It's a little thing we like to call skill. Oh my god, this is the worst. Nothing is going to go to plan. if I do that, yeah. Oh, it's so... Fine.
Wow, you know that's a door, don't you?
Wait, what? Yes, I do know. I do know that's a door.
Just checking.
I'm gonna play it.
I know you're highly skilled and all that shit.
I am very skilled.
Safe. Craps. Safe. Just gonna state what's safe as I drop it.
Yeah, just say safe. Safe. It's safe.
Do you know what though? When I'm playing Mahjong like online, I find it really difficult to concentrate. So what I've been doing during lockdown is I'm reading out what I'm doing. Like that's you know, like that person threw that tile just to kind of keep myself focused in on the game rather than letting my mind wander.
That's a good idea, actually. Oh dear.
Like so, then when I'm saying safe because I can see it's there, or I say inside Suji because I and then actually having to go through that process of saying it out loud, I think has improved my game. As it's keeping me focused and concentrated, and not just like oh yeah whatever,
Yeah, no, I understand. I do things like that too sometimes, where it's like yeah, if you kind of just go through what you're doing clearly, it can be pretty nice.
It's almost like when you're in a class, like people don't do it anymore, but I was always taking notes, and even now when I'm trying to study or learn, I still take notes. Like I never read the notes again, I throw them away, but the act of doing something to accompany your digital, your passive kind of action.
You threw the Dora.
I think, yeah.
And then I took the Dora, just so you know.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
But to do those things, I think kind of bakes it in more, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, you're east. Bollocks.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I didn't think about that long enough. Because I was talking about my great way of staying focused on the game.
Yeah. It really, I was letting you do that. It really worked out well.
So now I guess I've really got to worry about Dave.
It's fine.
It's a good thing I really cleaned out my couch so I can hide in it in a minute.
Well, that's called an assist, right?
Yeah, it's an assist.
Helped.
Assist, and I'd call it more a sacrifice.
Ooh.
At least I'm not watching your screen.
That's true. I do now know for sure that you're not screen sniping me. I'm sorry.
No, don't be, man. I was an idiot. Do you know what? I'm really screwed over by traditional Dora now. Every time I'm like, wait a second, it's not the 9-pin.
Yeah, I'm also kind of like a little weirded out by it.
A whole generation has been ruined by Doman Mahjong.
Let's try something super dumb. I like being dumb. Maybe it's cool.
I'm not sure the last thing you did was dumb. I think
no, the last thing I did was not dumb at all. That was dumb.
Yeah, I'm not getting good hands here. I want something big.
That was maybe a mistake.
I want a last Yaku man for the year as well. Like,
oh, that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I almost got a Yaku man today. I almost got, all concealed trips. Didn't come through, but yeah, I want one last Yaku man for the year.
Let's see. Maybe this will be fun.
I feel like we should make up a 2021 Yaku.
Like, a Yaku. You know what? I'm not even gonna. I don't want to push it. We can get to 2021, and see what happens.
See if we're still alive.
Yeah.
We still got how many days left for 2020 to survive?
Yeah, that's why I'm not guessing anything.
I'm not counting my chickens yet.
Probably not. Probably not. Let's see what's going on in life. Okay.
7, Dave? 7.
Yeah. I know what I want to
God
happen.
damn it.
Ooh, that would be really risky. I'm in a weird spot now, actually.
Gotta make some moves, I'm afraid.
Okay, this has come out at least. I'll take it. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to win the way I want to win. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh, no! I have to do that. I'm really sad about that.
How sad.
Oh, this is really bad, actually. I got to fix this. I'm really sad. Oh, wait. That's even worse. Oh, no. Oh, I goofed this up real bad. Let's fix it. I fixed it. That's good. That's the saddest. Oh, you sumoed. Nice. Talk to it.
It hung there for a second, and I was like, "Wait, what? No, I am Tenpai, right?" Like,
Nice.
I really was like, "Wait." That kind of puts me
came
back
really
in the
close
game.
to a Sanchoku Junchan, but
Oh,
I
1,
would have
2,
had
3.
the 1-1-1-2 weight, and I discarded twos before, so I would have been footy 10.
Yeah.
And then I dangled on the west. When I threw the west, I switched from the west weight to the hots weight, but I forgot that I was footy 10 on the hots. And then I had to switch back to a different weight after that, and I was on a south weight, so I was gonna win Chantadora, like that would have been fine. But like,
Hey, Aiden.
Aaron.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, I uglied that up pretty bad. It was not a good scene for Dave. That's what I like to say about myself all the time.
We're on Gilgamesh, which is Aoife. Is it Aoife?
Let's do it.
The new Doman Mahjong features is basically now you can have the Dora, which Dave has not got set on his, to be honest, but you can have the Dora be the Dora indicator rather than the Dora itself. And also they've implemented the quick games, so you can just play an east round only rather than east-south. And also, you can see the shading there. The red means that tile's been called, because in Doman Mahjong, they leave the tile in the discard pool. So now they've shaded it red so that say that it's been called by someone else. And then the grey shades is the tiles that are an instant draw and discard. Oh, you're on Primal. Damn it.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a healthy Mahjong community
con.
there in the
I
Final
like that.
Fantasy servers. I feel like
That's
they should bring us all together.
I'll take it.
You know? Like, I
This was
feel
a
like the
great
queues are
hand.
much better than... Well, you kept that one quiet, man. I did
Yup.
not see that.
You were talking a lot.
That was fast, though. To be fair,
Yeah, I know.
that was fast.
That was really fast. I was dealt so much of that. It was beautiful.
Okay, well, I'm almost second.
It's true. What's East for?
Yeah, I've
Ugh.
got a character on Light, actually, as well. I did make a character on Light so that I could participate.
Yeah, me
in
too.
their
Me too. I made
games.
a Mahjong character over there for the tournaments. That's where I got my fatter cat. I'm so
Oh.
proud of my fatter cat.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna hold another. Like they should hold a
I hope so.
Christmas. Well, maybe not a Christmas one. Now Christmas probably too quick, but like a New Year one, a Festivus.
A
Festivus
Festivus
event.
tournament for the rest of us.
Yeah.
It's fine. It'll be fine. I don't know how I feel about any of this. I don't like when Gemma's a dealer. Because I feel
I like it when I'm the dealer.
she's going to do stuff.
I want to take you down. The East versus West. No, I didn't see that one. The Mahjong tournament. Oh, I think I did see that.
Yeah.
Well,
They're looking into doing that.
Oh, I'm not on an east or a west
Yeah.
coast, so I'm obviously, I'm not unfortunately within their remit.
Ooh. I don't think this actually helps. Oh dear.
I feel sorry for the rest of America though. Like you either be
They're really spread out.
east or west. Like the whole center is just dead. Ah, Yumi
Cool.
commentating. That's awesome. You feel welcome to share links, ID, if you want to.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't feel like you have
Sorry,
to ask our permission.
I'm super Mahjong
Share.
focused, so it's like I just don't want to deal with this
Yeah,
at all.
Dave doesn't want to deal with my hand. Oh yeah, I'm not enjoying this reach at all.
Yeah, like I don't want this reach to be happening. Nothing about this is good.
I don't really. And I'm the dealer. I don't really want to fold this.
No, the dealer is sitting across the table from you.
Yeah, there's no information. No information.
Yeah, I don't like any of this. Gonna have to hope for that. I did it. No, this is fine. Is that a sumo?
Dora.
7 only. Okay. Okay, not bad.
It's painful for me though, as East.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, it really shut everything down. And I'm sad because my hand was not bad at all, but not competing with that. It's not
I
worth
had
it.
2 Dora in my hand, but I had to kind of dance around what was going on there. But you know, it was all for
Yeah.
naught. It's all for naught.
It's a little, yeah, it's always a little rough like that. I hate it. I hate it. I wish everyone else just wouldn't reach. Just don't. Why would you do that? It's rude. Bro, what's going on? Hey, MP.
Hi, MP.
I will do this. I think this is probably a better idea. I mean, it's doubtfully a good idea. Actually, maybe this would have been a better idea. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. Look how fine everything turned out.
I feel like the lady does protest too much.
No, actually, it actually all turned out really great. Everything's great. It's fine. It's fine.
That's what people say when they're having a breakdown.
It's fine. It's fine.
You got a notification that Mahjong terms being catalogued here. What do you mean?
Oh, Gemma's Go Live notification. When you started your stream.
Oh, damn it. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. God.
I don't think we're cataloging terms, but maybe.
Do you know what? Do you know what? So I did. I can feel you in. I was thinking about trying to get back into streaming, and I didn't because I don't like. It's just hard. And then but I was doing a stream where I was translating and trying to get all the Mahjong terms into a glossary. And actually, it's kind of grown quite big now because I've been reading a lot of books recently. And then when I see a term like a Japanese word that is being used in a way that I think is specific to Mahjong, I'm just adding it in there. So it's becoming quite a monster of a document now. Maybe at some point I should just drop it on the internet or something.
Yeah,
but like
pretty cool.
lots of words that, you know, are kind of...
Oh dear. I don't like any of this. Hold on.
It's I'd say it's not bigger, but it's certainly got more terminology with Mahjong sentences. Do you know what I mean? Like I read it and I'm like, oh, yeah. I mean, this is a regular Japanese word, but actually the way it's used in Mahjong is kind of a bit odd. You know, like things like kasanaru, to like stack. Like they say that for if you're collecting like dragons, for example, kasanaru.
I shouldn't have done it.
Like, you know, like that's obvious if you're a Japanese speaker, but I think for people who might be trying to access Japanese material without having a broader knowledge of the language might find that difficult, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, that was a bit of a bad push. Although I was Tempai, but I shouldn't have pushed it. I had a vibe, but I did it. And you're welcome, Gemma.
Thank you. I did need that.
Yeah, that helped you a bunch.
No, I wouldn't say it was obscure and arcane. Things like kasanaru are really regular words. Just don't think that many people. I mean, it might even help if you're trying to translate your English into Japanese more, maybe, because it would make you sound. You'd be choosing a more native term. Do you see what I mean? Rather than just being like mohitotsu. It's fine, I get it, but then it would give you a wider range of vocabulary. What was the other words? I have to look at it. Like, yeah, it's a little bit of a kind of like a little work because, like, I've always wanted to translate some of these books, and hopefully, if I can get the glossary bigger, then that will really assist in translating those books. If that ever comes to pass, because I don't know, publishers are not easy people to negotiate with, especially like Japanese publishers, and then they're convinced that all of the West are just constant like copyright thieves. Yeah, like they want to stick their neck out when there's really no money to be made either.
I need to do this, and I don't like it. I don't like this at all.
But yeah, maybe when I've kind of come to a sort of like when I've come to a point where I'm like, oh, actually, this is a useful document, I should share it. The game called Words on Stream. I don't know what that is.
I don't care for this.
Which of you is Tempai?
All of them. It's very possible.
Yup, I'll take that.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Words on Stream is a word scramble game.
Let's just do it.
I feel like the Time Gesture Reach a project for Alexa.
Dora discard right into the reach. Jesus, the dealer. This is terrible, but I did it.
6 seconds.
I probably shouldn't have done it, actually, but I did it.
Yeah, like, so, yeah, I think, so if you look at the WRC terms, I changed a lot of the EMA terms because, balls. Because, I think that they missed out some of the essence of the original Japanese terms, like this idea of mixed and, not mixed. They lost some of the, like, the integral logic to the terms in Japanese. That's why I redid a translation for WRC. But yeah, I mean, oh, balls.
The door's already come out a few times.
I know, but there's other things I could use it with.
Curses. I missed the chance to upgrade to a Sanshoku. That 8-so would have let me upgrade to Sanshoku if I just kept Dama. But...
Oh.
The dealer's
so where are we at now?
South 3.
Yeah.
Dealer's catching up with me.
I'm the last dealer. That's a good call for me.
Oh, 9-pin is Adora. Okay. LX is in a bad way. Technically killable, but it would still have to be like a Mangan direct hit.
Oh, my battery's
This is a
low.
bad situation to be in. Maybe that was worth holding.
Yeah, I don't know. As a linguist, oh no. As a linguist, Mahjong terms are super interesting anyway because some of them we don't know where they come from. Like even Dora, like why did they decide that they were going to call that dragon? Like why? Why were they going to take an English word and apply it to a Chinese game that they'd made their own rules for?
Just gonna get rid of it now.
Baffling.
I just don't want it. I don't want this Dora. I want nothing to do with it. I'll regret that decision, I'm sure.
I've got an interesting decision to make now. I think I stay strong.
Okay.
I guess people could be watching my stream as well, right?
That's true, yeah, they could be watching both streams.
Mm-hmm.
Let's cut this out of our lives, I guess. I wanted that 7-pin last hand.
It's too late now, man. But it does mean I've got a Dora.
You do have a Dora. Wow. That's great for me. That pulls you folks really close and puts us in last. So you could actually get the first here. This is rough. I gotta win something. I gotta win quick.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah. I could do it. I could do it.
This is not the fast hand I've been desperately waiting for, I don't think.
Oh, it's the same Dora this time.
It is. This is great for you.
I got it.
A little bit. I could easily end up in positive third place here.
Okay, nagare is a good example of a word which is a pretty regular Japanese word. So the first time I ever heard nagare was actually at blackjack tables because, they don't like if people make the wrong call because then it messes up the nagare and that means that you get the wrong draw that you didn't want and nagare. So it's not, we only ever hear about it now if you're in this community as relating to mahjong, but it's actually not a mahjong specific word at all. Huh. And I think sometimes we over talk it to only apply to mahjong, so then we actually forget that actually it has all these other meanings and relations to Japanese native speakers.
This is a bad scene.
So yeah, that's kind of what I started exploring with my document. So, but I'm gonna have to get someone to check it if I do release it, because I am an idiot.
What is going on here? I don't like anything.
What do I need to win? I could basically get anything at this point, right? To keep getting my dealership.
What's the dealer doing? I don't like.
I'm the dealer.
At all. I understand. Okay.
Well, that gave me no opportunity to get to second or first.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah, it works for you.
That was rough because I had a pair of Dora and then a pair of 5-so with a red 5 in it, and then a pair of I had 3 pairs and then also sequences. It was a real mess.
I'll look at that. Sorry, I'll look. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
I'll take a look at it.
Wait, are we talking about, I'm sorry, are we talking about terminology?
Yeah. So I feel like this Riichi Mahjong dictionary.
Yeah, on the USPML site, we also have an old list of terms. Well, I'm not sure when it had last been updated, but a person who went by Barticle made a list of terms also. And we'd been hosting it for them for many, many years. But it might be, again, if you're curious about collecting terms, it might be something you'd be curious to look at.
Yeah.
I have no ability to talk about what's authoritative.
Yeah, even things like suji, right? Suji is not a word that's only used in Mahjong. Suji applies to, not just muscles either, but suji applies to, little alleyways. A plot line is a suji. I think that, we become, it means a lot to a native speaker, right? And so that's why they're using these words, and that's why they're so difficult to translate as well, because I can't see an English translation of suji that would at any point in time encompass the wide range of meanings. And that's why maybe when I look at suji, I talk about it more as, it's not just a way to divine safe tiles, it's a way to work out the story of that person's hand, right?
Yeah, if it's described as some kind of connective path or something, I feel like that's a very different way of thinking about things when a word has multiple meanings like that and multiple usages. And it's tough to I've seen suji used in different Japanese sentences in books. I'm I don't even know if just you can have one translation for that word in English when it can be applied like this or it can be applied like that. I feel like for this specific word, almost the word thread is a meaningful translation.
I've always liked the word thread. That's been my preferred word, but I think people have tried to bake into their translations of suji the idea of 147.
Mm.
Um,
Oh God.
I'm not sure how well that works. I mean, because I know Jen went with octaves to kind of
Yeah,
have this
octaves,
idea
that
that they're
makes some sense.
intervals. Yeah, I don't like it because that kind of sounds like eight, and there's no eight anything in there.
Ooh.
But I see where she's going with it, and other people have tried to translate as intervals, but then they're only looking at the kind of the front suji rather than all the other types of suji that there are, and actually these are all connected. Yeah. So it's this is how I didn't like this holiday quest actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was a bit boring.
They're
It's
all a
just
little
another
boring.
one where you run around cities and talk to people, and then they give you these prisms which like make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 go in the air.
Oh, I want prisms.
I don't know if they're giving them to us for New Year.
Oh, hey, it's that guy.
I really want his outfit.
I think you can get his outfit.
Where? How? I want it. I don't want to buy it with real money though. I already bought a tree that Dave hated.
What? Yeah, maybe. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. It's a little
Dave's a
extreme.
misery guts. It's extreme. How's extreme?
How dare you? What's extreme? Wait, what?
What? How is the Christmas tree extreme?
What do you mean it's extreme? Who says it's extreme?
Didn't you just say it was extreme?
No, I didn't say
I
it's
misheard
extreme.
you
I
then.
don't think it's extreme.
Okay, good. We can still be friends. Did it lift your spirits?
It did not. I gotta be honest. My spirits were in no way lifted. What's going on? Why is so much happening? What?
Yeah, and they talk and they talk.
The
and they
twinkle
talk.
box. What?
I should turn off sharing.
I want a twinkle box. That sounds great. I want special presents. Hold on. Yeah, Christmas trees peak of the mountain's pretty extreme.
Wait,
I
they
think-
make the dressless skirt female only? They must have stopped that by now, right?
Some of them are and some of them aren't. I don't know. I don't know what the current
makes me upset too.
stats are.
I'm upset with
The only thing that I'll say is slightly. The only thing that I'll say is makes it slightly understandable is that to make clothing items fit all the different character models is work, and if you're going to do twice as many character models, it is just fundamentally more work. And I do understand that that is work. That's nothing having to do with who should or shouldn't wear things, but like, I do have a little bit of understanding that it basically doubles the work of making new clothes if you have to make them fit all character model. Well, that's not true, because usually with a new item you're going to make. Well, I guess you're left in this weird situation where you either make one item that goes on every character, or you make two different types of items for, and split them in some way between the character models to make the same amount of work.
Surely all of the new stuff you can use it on either boys or girls. I bet you the old stuff they haven't managed to get around to it because they're like, oh my god, we're gonna have to redo the character models for like a million items.
Probably yes. I think they've done better, and a lot of the new stuff is just, again, like the armor that you get is just the armor, right? Like, if my inventory, not my inventory, my character, like, I have the Yorha hat of aiming, which is pretty sweet, but like, it's not that sweet anymore. But there's just the Yorha hat of aiming. You can put it on any character model at all, and it is just the thing, and all these armors are just kind of the thing. Don't look at my gear; it's disgusting. It's terrible. But yeah, for some of the older stuff like dresses and stuff like that, I bet they were just like, oh my god, this work was done, 10 years ago, when this game had infinite
and they
budget to get it
already
back out the door.
hate the man who did it. They're like, I hate that guy. I'm not helping him.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like the other thing is like how many players actually use these items anymore. Probably, actually, that's not true. Probably a good chunk, because a lot of players like the fashion stuff in Final Fantasy XIV, so it's probably reasonably popular. But yeah, who knows? Ugh, so it's 2:53. We do not have time for another game, I don't think.
No, we don't, I'm afraid.
Unfortunately. But thank you all for joining us. I know it's holiday
yes,
season.
thank you.
So I hope everyone has a happy holidays, whatever holiday you're celebrating.
Are we streaming next weekend?
That's a good question. The question is,
what is the date?
Not to be rude, the question is, will anyone care? Because next Saturday is the 26th. It's going to be like the day after Christmas. Everyone's probably going to be doing stuff with family, or the majority of people doing. Again, as someone who doesn't celebrate Christmas, I won't be doing
I,
anything.
well, I'm not doing anything because Boris told me I'm not allowed to do anything.
Boris told you you're not allowed to do. What a mean Grinch Boris Johnson is.
I know, right? See, that's why I didn't get upset about your Christmas tree. I'd already met the Grinchiest Grinch already today.
It's true. Look, I got a pod. I'm so happy with my pod. I'm so happy to have a pod.
But yeah, so I can stream on Boxing Day. It doesn't matter to me.
Boxing Day. That sounds so cool.
Yeah, we call that Boxing Day. We call that Boxing Day. I don't know why it's called Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. Shouldn't it be Unboxing Day? Is when you open all your presents?
No, because you unboxed them the day before. Maybe you're boxing them up.
You're returning them all. All right, kids. Hope you had fun posing for pictures of all these gifts. We're shipping them back. It's Boxing Day. We're putting them all away.
I'm pretty sure there's a good reason for
That'd
it, but
terrible.
I don't know why I call it Boxing Day.
Well, let's take a peek and see if folks are around. I'm willing to do it. Again, I don't have anything else major going on. We probably won't run a league next week, though, just because, again, everyone's going to be gone. But we'll see. We'll see. If I get it. If there's demand, I'll do it.
Don't rub it in that you're allowed to enjoy Christmas, man. Don't rub it in.
I don't enjoy Christmas. I'm not allowed to enjoy Christmas. I've never been allowed to enjoy Christmas. I don't enjoy it.
What do you enjoy, Dave?
Nothing.
I mean, like, really, I feel like that list
Nothing.
would be
Yeah, my
easier
holiday ended a day or two ago. It was very nice. I had a nice time. We made latkes last night. That was delicious.
Did you make? Oh, you did. I was about to say, did you make some good food? Because that's usually every time you do have a holiday that you enjoy, you message me and tell me that you've made food. And usually you send me a photo, but you did not send me a photo this year. So
I can. I'm sorry. I took a photo. I can send you the
holiday?
photo. I apologize. I'll send you the photo.
I do. Yeah, exactly.
ASAP.
I think I'm owed an apology for that one.
You are actually. You're very much owed an apology for that one. Wait, am I not updating? Am I missing out?
But yeah, normally when Dave has a holiday, he sends me photos of all the delicious food he's made to celebrate the holiday.
That's true.
And so I imagine that Dave only celebrates food.
I mean, a little bit, if you think about it.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. But yeah, no, I can send the picture of that. But yeah, I like to try to be ecumenical about the holidays, because not everyone celebrates the same holidays, and it drives me nuts that everyone just assumes it's always Christmas, and it does not bother me.
Okay, but you've got to remember that here Christmas is not a religious holiday.
It doesn't
it's just
matter. It doesn't
just
matter.
a national holiday for us, and we get to do lots of pagan shit. Most of what we do is pagan shit.
Honestly, whether or not it's a religious holiday isn't what bothers me. The thing that bothers me is just the unilateral assumption that everyone has.
But do you get the day off?
I think so. I don't look.
See, that's
not about
that's my assumption.
Holiday. I always forget.
Yeah, that's my assumption, is that everyone is going to get some days off around this time of year.
I mean, sure, that's great. Yeah. No, if people ask, oh, what are you doing for a holiday? Yeah, we all get days off. That's a great question to ask. I'm not offended by that. People say happy holidays. I'm not offended by that. The thing that bothers me is this, like, unilateral assumption that everyone loves Christmas. Everyone loves Christmas. Christmas is the greatest day for everyone. Isn't everyone so excited for Christmas? A lot of people make that assumption. Not everyone, but a lot of people.
Oh, okay,
and that's where it bothers
I can get that,
me.
yeah.
That's where it bothers me. It's like, no, not everyone celebrates Christmas. Not everyone is excited for Christmas. And it double bothers me.
You can be excited about having days off, though. Like,
sure.
You can be excited about that.
But here's what bothers me doubly, and this is another... I'm going to complain. Okay. I'm going to complain a lot.
Switch Dave's rant.
It bothers me because then it... I don't need to be a jerk to people, because I know a lot of people... They are Christian. They celebrated Christmas their whole life. They have lots of great memories of all the wonderful times they had with their family at Christmas. And I respect that entirely. Christmas is a very special day for some people, and I think that's great. And I hate having to be like, hey, maybe Christmas isn't, maybe it's not a big deal for everyone. Maybe you are having a great Christmas and you're super psyched for Christmas, but assuming I'm super psyched for Christmas kind of grates on me, because it's not a thing for me. And I feel like I don't want to not bring that up, but at the same time, I don't want to step on things other people care about. It's fine if you enjoy it. It's fine if you have a great time. There's nothing wrong with it. I even felt that way about that tree, honestly, the tree and the thing, where I'm just like, oh my God, there's a fucking tree. But at the same time, it's like, what am I going to do? Everyone else having a great time. You enjoy it. It's a thing that matters. It's fine. I don't need to make other people have a bad time.
You are more than happy to put up decorations for your holidays as well.
Sure. Exactly. I don't think anyone's trying to make a thing out of it or trying to offend me. No one's trying to do anything negative. But it's just like, like, no, I don't.
I feel like maybe this is a very American thing, because I think that everyone here, whether you have celebrated Christmas in a religious fashion or come from a Christian background, I think everyone has the same feelings about Christmas in that it's a time when the entire country shuts down for a few days so we can all spend time with our families or do what the hell we want.
Kind of.
And that's, and I think, like, and I understand that in America, because the cultural war about Christmas has been raging for a lot longer than it's been raging.
No, that's not true. People have just made up a lot of BS about it. There's no war on Christmas. There's no such thing.
No, exactly. But we've caught it recently from you guys. Like this whole, like, the libs are trying to cancel Christmas. And I'm like, the libs aren't trying to cancel anything. They're drunk. Like, everyone should be on Christmas.
No one is actually waging a war on Christmas, but telling people there's a war on Christmas is a great way to get them riled up.
Yeah.
But like it's just...
I understand where you're coming from, but I also think maybe like from a European perspective, it's definitely much more like everyone gets some time off. Let's celebrate having time off.
But again, the thing is, and I don't need to. But I don't need to. Like from a European perspective, you know what my people did on Christmas? It was you better not go outside because if the Christians see you, they might just kick the crap out of you. So let's just hide and not even go to our own temple because on Christmas it's a dangerous time. That's the history.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not the present.
I'm laughing.
It's not the present.
I'm laughing out of embarrassment because yes, sorry. Yes.
But again, like that's like you want to know cultural memories of Christmas? Like that's cultural memories of Christmas. So maybe it's not a big deal to me personally. Okay. But nowadays that's not what people are doing. Again, I'm very aware of that. Like no one's like that.
I would like to point out that if I was a politician, if you were to vote for me, guys, if you were to vote for Gemma, I would have cancelled Christmas anyway this year. This is a terrible time. It's a terrible time for us to have these national holidays where we all get to move around and hang out with whoever we want to.
Is true.
It's a terrible time. And they should have said, look, we are going to give you an extra few national holidays in spring, so you can do it then. This is not the time. And then we could all get around the fact that exactly like Hanukkah, Diwali, all of the other people's Eid, all of the other groups' holidays that are around this period have already been cancelled, basically, right? So it would, if we just moved it to when we're all not all going to catch COVID and die, it would be better for everyone. Like it would be fairer and it would be better. I see no downsides with my
just delay
suggestion
everything.
apart from how is that then going to fit into this cycle of capitalism where we all have to spend way too much money at the end of December?
Well, I think they can't cancel Christmas because the retail outlets need the Christmas money to not go out of business. Frankly, like not that the retail outlets are raking it in during this pandemic.
I did just realize that I said the Liberals aren't trying to cancel Christmas, and then I proposed cancelling Christmas.
You proposed cancelling. You did technically propose cancelling Christmas.
No, I just think like right now, like I'm not like I've already made the decision. Like normally I go up to the day with my family, right? I'm not going to do that this year because I don't think it was a good choice for us. I'm not going to judge anyone if they've made different choices, and I know that a lot of us now can't because of Tier 4. However, I already made that decision. If they were to say, look, we're going to give you an extra couple of days in spring, I'd feel much better because right now I haven't decorated my house. I've literally said I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. Not taking
personal responsibility for Christmas. Got to bootstrap for Christmas here. Really just like the corporate religious conglomerate mandate to be jolly, happy, generous. What do you mean? Yeah, it's always weird when people are telling you how you should feel. Yeah, Chinese restaurants. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to celebrate Christmas the way I celebrate Christmas.
That's true. You know what? My husband's family, he always goes to Chinese restaurants
that's not
for
true.
Christmas.
I could definitely get delivery. I could get dim sum delivered for Christmas. Maybe I'll do that.
I bet you the Indian curry house in my town is still open on Christmas Day.
We could do some of the classic Christmas things for Jews. But like, yeah, it's true that weird mandate. Again, that mandate falls a little bit under my like, why is it my job to be generous? Like corporations aren't generous, the government's not generous. Everyone else is being garbage, but I have to spread holiday cheer. I have to make life better for everyone, and it's not that I'm against it. But come on, man, why doesn't everyone spread holiday cheer by being decent? Wouldn't that be cool? We could even do it year round. It'd be crazy, right? What if like all year round we had our
no, Dave, no. I've only got a small amount
economic
of
institutions all tried to be decent to people. What if everyone just tried to do good for each other and nothing ever works? On the upside, there's a new home gym thing you can buy that's like Peloton but for punching.
I was going to make a really dark joke then, and I managed to stop myself. I want everyone to know that my joke was super dark.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Rudolor, I think that the likelihood of Congress giving anyone a stimulus other than large businesses is very low. I hate.
You got a stimulus checks, didn't you?
like 6 months ago, everyone got a $1,200 check, and then we took a giant pile of money, and the government just like threw it in the air and turned around, and then all the businesses just stole it. Like it's literally unauditable. They have
Sounds
no
like good
idea
governance
where
to
I
me.
think $600 billion went. Except every once in a while I hear a story about how some company that wasn't supposed to get it got it, or some company directly affiliated with people in the administration got millions, or churches got millions.
Okay, Dave, don't think about it too much. What we're gonna, but you can accept Boxing Day. Can you accept Boxing Day?
I like Boxing Day. I'm fine with
Okay, you
Boxing
see,
Day.
exactly. Okay, so
'Cause
we're going
Boxing
to
Day is
make
another weird foreign holiday here in America.
yeah. So we're gonna make our special day Boxing Day, and we're gonna stream next weekend.
I can do it. I'll do it.
I will have lots of boxes around me. I will find
I'm
boxes
starting to believe that
have the
plum pudding
appropriate
is just a
decoration.
plum. Because everything is a pudding.
Boxing Day is for cricket? What? No, that sounds very British. I'm gonna look it up now. I'm gonna
I've
find
never
out what
played
boxing.
cricket. Is it
Really?
fun?
Cricket? No, I've never played it either. I'm not the right class of British person, I'm afraid. You'll have to find yourself a better British person. I'm not the right person for that kind of thing.
From a hot place, huh? Oh,
So it's from the other people who like to play cricket.
Australians, right?
People who play cricket better than us, because basically what we do in this country is we make up games and write
And then
the
fail at
rules
them.
for foreigners to beat us at them.
Celebrate. Oh, I'll celebrate your birthday, Carol. Birthdays are great.
I celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
I celebrate your
Out of
birthday.
I'm asking out of curiosity. If the hot place that plays cricket, the only place I can think of, and I might be just straight up ignorant, would be India.
There's quite a few places that play
There are other.
cricket.
Okay, again, I'm just thinking India because I've known some folks from India who are also pretty into cricket, and they
Yeah.
have like large cricket matches. And India was a colony at some point, so
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Basically, yeah, all the places that we forced to play our games are very good at them now, and they certainly don't manage to get
No, India's great.
compensation for all that we did to them, but they do get some sort of psychological revenge on us.
ritualistic revenge by beating you at your own games.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. Yes, because I did see this. Yeah, Australian team managed to destroy India, and then I saw lots of tweets from Pakistani fans who were like, "Yeah."
That's
So
funny.
I know there's a whole sport going on there that I have no idea about, and every now and then, like parts of it, like kind of enter my sphere of my sphere of influence, and I'm like, "Oh, look, there's a whole drama going on over there," and then they leave again.
That's pretty funny. Last night was not.
Yeah,
crazy.
I really
You do.
don't know cricket. I assumed that
I
cricket
don't
was
know
just
cricket.
an excuse to drink tea outside.
I know American football. I know soccer well enough to watch it and like understand what's happening, but I don't really like know it. I know you're supposed to
Yeah,
fall
but
down
there's
all
no,
the time and act hurt.
I, there's no rules in football though. Like you just have to kick the ball into the other goal.
Well, you
Like
can't use your
it's not
hands. That's a
difficult to
big one.
understand.
And
Okay,
there's
but anyway,
people
the
who can
rules
go to
that,
certain parts of the field and they can't go to other parts of the field.
no, they can go to any parts of the field they want. It's not like American football at all.
Really?
Oh,
I
so
didn't know that.
if you're talking about the offside rule,
Yeah. Oh, it's like, is that like
God,
how many people can be at what part of the field at any given time?
it's about something about you have to be there have to be two defenders in front or behind you depending on which way you're looking at the pitch. So if someone sends the ball to an attacker, there have to be two defenders in front of them. It's a really stupid rule. I don't know why anyone made that offer us over. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the
Same
only
thing
that's
with a
the
forward
only
pass in
that's the
football. It's garbage.
that's the only complicated rule there is. The rest is easy. Whereas I tried to watch American football and there's no way you could understand that without a
What?
primer.
It's not hard.
It is hard.
It's just
And
weirdly
they keep
regimented.
stopping. The English being a non-English being
I've heard Test cricket just goes. Test cricket just goes forever.
You have to cross defense to kick a goal. Oh, yeah, there you go. So you really
Oh,
should
so I
learn
guess
how
I
to
can't
offside
just
rule.
go down the field and like stand right next to the goal and have my goalie like punch it all the way to me and then I just dunk it in. Like I have to have gotten the ball before I have gotten the ball at a point where there are then defenders between me and the goal so that they can do anything about it, and it can't just be like who can huck the ball all the way down the field, bypassing everyone. I guess it makes some sense.
Yeah, but now you said that, I'm pretty sure goalkeepers have managed to do that at points.
Maybe.
I don't really watch British football either. Yeah, you can hop the ball.
Yeah, no, I know you can punt the ball down, but like I can't be standing there.
Yeah, so you have to do it over the defense. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the defense people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the defense have to have had an opportunity.
Hmm. I don't know. I just play Rocket League now because Rocket League lets me use cars to play soccer, and there's no rules there at all.
I don't know what I do with my days anymore. Like I really don't. I'm looking around my house.
I also don't know. But unfortunately, I have an appointment. I have an appointment out in the world,
Yeah.
which I'm still allowed to go into to pick up an item.
Oh,
Do you want to get you anything, Gemma? I can bring it back here and hold it up in front of the camera, and then get charged $5 million to ship it to you.
I think this is a bad time to be shipping at the
It's a
moment.
really bad time. It's really bad. I'm hoping we found a way. Anyway, we should get moving because otherwise I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
crap up my whole day. I'm
We'll
sorry.
be here on Boxing Day, and we'll call our stream the Boxing Day stream.
We'll
and
do the
then
Boxing Day
everyone will be like,
stream.
What's this? What's this quaint British tradition? And
Everyone
I
likes
won't
soccer
offend
so
Dave
much.
with any Christmas talk.
It's not offensive
This
to
con-
me. It's just
This is concept.
I just want people to remember that not everyone celebrates Christmas, and so it's fine to love Christmas, but just know that some people don't love Christmas or don't celebrate Christmas or don't really care that much about it, and just don't assume. I just hate when people assume, like, aren't
Yeah, I
you just
know,
like
but-
me? And it's like, no, I'm not just like you, and it's not that you're bad.
You didn't send me photos of your food.
All right,
So
we will fix this. We will fix this.
For that sin, I get the Christmas tree.
I'm not going to take away your Christmas tree.
It's not
that'd be
even
so
very
mean.
Christian.
It's a white collar. It's true. I don't know. It's a white collar crime. All right. Thank you all for watching us. Thank you all for joining us. We will be back next week for Boxing
Thank
Day
you.
stream. Until then, play some Mahjong.
Thanks,
Have some fun.
guys.
Talk to everybody later.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Outro music. You can hear my keyboard.